Alright, so here's the Winston Zeddemore action figure by Diamond Select. In the package, as you can see, Winston comes with the base that the other figures in the line are coming with. He comes with additional hands, gloves, the neutrino wand. The proton pack is on his back. He has the ghost trap, a walkie-talkie, and the proton stream. And as you can see, very good likeness to the actor Ernie Hudson. Cardboard backing, blister packaging, and if you're interested in the little bio on the back for Winston, you can pause now and check it out. Has the picture of the figure and then other figures in the line. Alright, so here's Winston out of the box. And I'll be honest with you, I think what I'm going to do is spend more time going over the details of the figure. I realized in the last one I probably didn't go over like the paint apps as intensive as some people would want. The articulation I'm going to skip in this video. It's probably going to upset some people for whatever reason, but I showed you the articulation in the race stance video, so if you want to see it, you can just go back to then. You can go back and view that one. It's a Diamond Select figure, so all the articulation's the same. There's not a whole lot to go into detail about. But what I do want to go into detail is some of the quality control issues with this figure. Now, keep telling myself over and over, I paid $12 for it, so I can't be too upset because it's, it's 12 bucks. But it does suck because as soon as I opened this up and I was trying to get the trap out, this thing broke. This wire broke right out of the trap, and as you can see, there's a hole right down there that the wire was supposed to go in, and it pulled out, and it wasn't really in there that secure to begin with because the wire diameter is really just too big for that hole. Anyway, it was just glued on there, so that's a hunk of shit. The other thing is this proton pack is it's not even on there, and I realize that it's very hard to mold these pieces. And I showed you, and again, I'll just keep referencing the other video. These were made in great detail to be able to like holster it, and you can see the right here is where the neutrino wand is supposed to hook, and the brackets are clearly on there, but it's so warped, and that bracket is so chewed up that it won't sit on there. But there's another option, is that like I said, this wire is more like a bread tie. It's lined with an actual metal wire, so it's very flexible, like a bread tie. So you can bend it and mold it, and you can give the illusion that it's holstered even when it won't stay on. So not a big deal, but while I'm griping about things, that's one thing that I will gripe about, that I wish that they could maybe fix in the future. You can see in this, it's got like all sorts of goo and ectoplasm and whatever that they wanted, dirt, whatever they wanted to paint on there to make it more realistic, and I definitely appreciate that. It's just a dirty jumpsuit that has definitely seen a lot of work. So Winston's seen a lot of action. They did a great job of conveying that. He comes with a holster for the radio, which is removable. It's right in there. The other thing I like is that they made these very individualized. On the race stance figure, the holster for the trap, he comes with the trap holster too, but it's actually on the other side. This one here, as you can see, it's got the same shape, like that, if I can hold it, and you just snap it on there. And I say snap, it doesn't even snap really, it just kind of goes on there. So it works out really, really well. That really pissed me off. The other thing is the same damn problem with this proton stream. I don't know if these were just the ones I got or if everyone's is like that. So if anybody goes out and buys these, please comment below to see if yours has the pre-punched hole in the neutrino wand so that this thing can fit in there. This does not have it again. You see that there's a hole there, but it's not actually a hole. It's just where paint is missing to make it look like there's a hole. And I've seen in the promo images and everything else that it's supposed to fit in there, and it clearly doesn't. So I'm not going to force it because I broke it the last time. But anyway, move along to the pros of the figure. Like I said, great likeness. of the actor Ernie Hudson. They did a great job. I think this is way better than the Matted Collector figure. That one was very cartoonish. This is much more realistic. They got the skin tones very, very good. The hair looks great. I mean, this is, to me, this is probably the best Winston figure I've seen. And oh, the other thing, I'm gonna put a, you know, viewer beware, because I told you that the proton pack was removable, and on the race stance it was. That the peg that held this proton pack, it just came out of the hole on the race stance figure. I tried to take it out of this one and it just sheared off right in there. So this is broken now. So, you know, you just really have to be careful. I would really take your time if you're going to try to take it apart. But I do believe it is made to come off because there are pegs on those straps. I think that there was just a lot of paint on the peg and it just stuck and it unfortunately sheared off. But okay, guys, in closing, I just have to say this, I can't say it enough, this is a really, really great figure, and for the price that it was, I mean, you're getting, I think it's probably it's worth the best $12 I've ever spent. But as you can see, I got Winston here posed up with his leg up, and he's about to hit this trap. And what I did is I put the hand on here, and what I wanted to show you before I forget, I'm glad that I just realized that was on there. He comes with a fist that is smaller than the fist, because I changed out the hand, and yes, it was tough to change it out just like the race stance one. So you guys be careful, because those pegs break off in the wrist holes pretty easy. But yeah, so he comes with the littler fist to hold the trap, and then he comes with a bigger one to hold the neutrino one. So I wanted to make sure I show everybody that. Another thing, earlier in the video, before I had a chance to kind of sit and reevaluate this, you know, I was kind of complaining about how you see the hole that it was in. Well, if you want to do a quick fix for this, you can just do what I did. Is there's like a bar you can stuff the wire in and kind of make it like a hook, like a clothes hanger hook, and snake it through and just wrap it around that little cylinder in there, you know. And so that's what I did, and so it stays in there pretty good now, so it won't come back out, you know what I mean. So that's just something you can do, so you don't even have to mess with hot glue or just trying to, you know, shave the wire down to get it to fit in there. But anyway, great figure, great likeness, awesome paint apps, you know, a few hiccups in the durability, quality control department, but you know, I can overlook that. It's going in my display case, so he'll look cool as hell sitting in there. And I definitely recommend, if you can find one of these at your Toys R Us. Like I said, I found it for 12 bucks. It's worth the buy. I have read a little more about it. Evidently there's two versions of these figures coming out. This is a lower version as far as the price point. The higher version, like the typical Diamond Select figure, which usually goes about $24, $25, is supposed to come with like a base. Like not this base, but a base that's part of a diorama. Most likely, from what I was reading, it's going to be the rooftop diorama. So when you collect all the figures over the next few, you know, months that they're released, you'll be able to make that final scene diorama, you know, with the showdown with Gozer. So, you know, that's just a little gee whiz stuff. But at any rate, I really like this figure. I recommend it. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And as always, I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks.